Rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First item on our agenda is any public comments or questions concerning today's agenda? None. Move on to number one. Motion to approve the November 7th, 2024 agenda. Motion.
Second.
Motion second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the October 16th, 2024 meeting minutes. Motion.
Second.
Motion second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the October 23rd and 30th, 2024 conference minutes. Motion.
Second.
Motion second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve payment from the general fund county bills in the amount of $498,283.71. Motion.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve payment from the bridge repair account in the amount of $287,502.63. Motion.
Second.
Motion second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve payment from Act 44 fund in the amount of $2,730. Motion.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve payment from the liquid fuels fund in the amount of $2,918.14. Motion.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor? Motion to approve payment from the bond account Series C in the amount of $3,750. Motion.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 9, motion to approve exonerations as presented by Gina Rios, Tax Claim Bureau Director for one property located in Palmyra Township as land is vacant per assessment. Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, so now we're going to move on to presentations, and we're just going to do number 2 first. We just felt it got put in different. So, Ron, could I ask you to, I need a motion to pass resolution number 2429, supporting Operation Greenlight for Veterans November 2024. Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution number 24-29, resolution supporting Operation Greenlight for Veterans November 2024. Whereas the residents of Pike County have great respect, admiration, and utmost gratitude for all the men and women who have selflessly served our country and this community in the armed forces. And whereas the contributions and sacrifices of those who served in the armed forces have been vital in maintaining the freedoms and the way of life enjoyed by our many citizens. And whereas Pike County seeks to honor individuals who have made countless sacrifices for freedom by placing themselves in harm's way for the good of all. And whereas veterans continue to serve our community in the American Legion, Veterans of Foreign Wars, religious groups, civil service, and by functioning as county veteran service officers in 29 states to help fellow former service members access more than $52 billion in federal health, disability, and compensation benefits each year. And whereas approximately 200,000 service members transition into civilian communities annually. And whereas an estimated 20% increase in service members will transition to civilian life in the near future. And whereas studies indicate that 44 to 72% of service members experience high levels of stress during transition from military to civilian life. And whereas active military service members transitioning from military service are at a high risk for suicide during the first year after military service. And whereas the National Association of Counties encourages all counties, parishes, and boroughs to recognize Operation Greenlight for veterans. And whereas Pike County appreciates the sacrifices of our United States military personnel and believes specific recognition should be granted. Therefore, be it resolved, designation as a green light for Veterans County, Pike County hereby declares, now through Veterans Day, November 11, 2024, a time to salute and honor the service and sacrifices of our men and women in uniform transitioning from active service. Therefore, be it further resolved that in observance of Operation Greenlight, Pike County Board of Commissioners encourages citizens to in patriotic tradition to recognize the importance of honoring all those who made immeasurable sacrifices to preserve freedom by displaying green lights in the windows of their place of business or residence through November 11, 2024.
Thank you, Ron. So it's really important that we always recognize and continue to recognize the service that our men and women did for our freedoms, you know, and this isn't just about today, this is about yesterday. So, you know, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna talk a little bit and announce the creation of the Pike County Veterans Support Fund. You know, with that being said, you know, when we think about doing this is a matter of supporting, again, the men and women that served all of us. But not just today, but, you know, when I think about this stuff, I think also about my dad. I think about our dads, right, who served in World War II or the Korean War and what they did and their sacrifice. And that we have offices in a county that are strong and properly staffed and to be able to make sure that everybody gets the benefits that they so duly deserve after their service in the military. You know, I did not serve, but what I do is I have much respect for all of those who did, including the many men and women that are in this audience right now. So, you know, with that, I just want to talk a little bit about what we created here. And we created this in partnership with the Greater Pike Community Foundation. And also, me and Josiah have gone around and spoken to many of the individuals from the different service organizations, and we have more work to do with that, to make sure that everybody is in support of what we're doing here. So this foundation that we're creating was created through the thoughts of me and Josiah and many others in the room here, and then also with the benefit of vet stock. So to form this foundation, we needed to come up with an initial funding, and there's a press release here that talks about that, where they put the initial funding of $10,000 in so that we could start this fund. The idea of this fund is not, I was just talking to somebody else about this, is not to reduce the county budget. It's to enhance the county budget. It's to enhance that office, which all of you attended the opening of that back in. It's a bigger improvement from what we had. Not to say that what we were doing before was wrong, but now we can do even more. We'll let Josiah speak a little bit about what he's doing up in that office. But what we envision here is that we can hire more staff. If we can have the public make donations towards this foundation, it allows us in the county to take our funds and hire more Josiahs, because that's what we need in that office. We need to make sure that individuals that come into our community or live in our community that are veterans know that they can go someplace where they can receive whatever the benefit is that they deserve, and people like Josiah can do that. So, you know, when we talk about this organization, we talk about the support from the American Legions in Bushkill, the American Legion here in Milford, the VFW, the Marine Corps Gung Ho League, and I don't want to miss anybody, but all of them we have spoken to, and we were going to speak to more. We've spoken to organizations like the Knights of Columbus. We've talked to everybody, because this is one of those things that everybody gets behind. This is no different than people asking people to support EMS. These are first responders. People in our community want to support the veterans. I know I do, and I know the other two commissioners do also. So we look forward to moving this forward. This is the beginning of that. We're going to form this committee through, or the foundation, through the Greater Pike Community Foundation. We have representatives here also who may want to speak a little bit about what their role is in this. Josiah, I'll let you speak about what it is you envision that this funding is going to be used for. Again, it's not for staffing, it's for programs, it's for equipment, it's for operating the office. Josiah?
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Commissioners, for having me today. Yes, we envision this foundation to help support what our office is already doing, help enhance and support the veterans and their beneficiaries in our community within Pike County. Pike County has over 4,000 veterans, and over a quarter of them are already receiving benefits, and we want to make sure we're going out into the community through outreach and different programs to make sure that all veterans are aware. Too often I hear veterans come into my office not knowing that we existed, and we can get them start receiving healthcare benefits or compensation or pension benefits, and answer those questions that they strongly need answers to. And so with this foundation, we're going to be able to continue what we're doing and provide more support to the veterans. We're talking about, Matt and I were talking about, when the foundation grows enough, we can provide assistance programs to veterans who are in crisis, education programs, training programs for veterans that are in need within this county. But with your support and everyone's support, we're ready to see this foundation grow so we can build a strong platform to stand on through our office. And so Matt was saying that our office has seen a lot of growth, and I want to give you some of those numbers today. So I've been the director for a little over 2.5 years. We have seen a 12% growth within that time frame. And so when we started, we were seeing less than 30% of the veterans. We're now exceeding 45%. of the veterans here in the county. The monetary value has doubled since I started. We're receiving $1.2 million every month into the veterans' hands, and this is just out through my office and my representation. For a grand total, we finished last year for $13 million back into the veteran community, just through our organization. So we've been diligently working out there, seeing new veterans, old veterans alike. And I am looking forward to this grant and this foundation to be well established, and so we can continue what we're doing with more staff and more resources to do this.
Okay. I don't know if anybody else, Greater Pike, would you like to? Sure. Sure.
Thank you, Josiah.
Good morning, thanks for having us. I'm joined here by Luke Toronto, Greater Pike's board chair. I'm Rick Little, the executive director here at Greater Pike Community Foundation. And just want to, first of all, on behalf of myself and the board of directors, thank all the veterans for their service to our country. We're really honored at the foundation to be establishing this fund and are grateful for the partnership with our commissioners, our Veterans Affairs Office, and all of the local veteran support organizations, and particularly to VetStock for their initial contribution into the fund. We're really, again, honored and pleased to be able to provide this additional support and help support all of the incredible work that the Veterans Affairs Office and the other Veterans Affairs organizations in the county are doing. So thank you so much.
I just want to echo what Rick said, and I just also want to applaud Josiah yourself. Hearing those numbers, that's staggering in a wonderful way. What you guys are doing is amazing. We appreciate that as much as we appreciate our relationship with the commissioners. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So let me just explain a little bit about what this foundation fund will look like. It will be part of a nonprofit organization, so people can make donations towards it. Those donations can come from the service organizations. They can come from general public. They can come from business entities to be able to put into that fund so that we can enhance this office. But who sits on that? So who sits on that is the three, there's no names, there's just positions. 3 county commissioners, the director of Veterans Affairs in the county. From there will be a community leader that will be picked who has interest in veteran services in the county. And then on top of that will be 2 members that we will send out letters of nomination from every service organization, asking them to nominate somebody. So there'll be 2 additional. Now, they won't be from the same organization, but what we're going to ask is that they have true interest in being part of an organization like this. So we want this to be truly a community organization, which is a partnership of the Pike County, with the Commissioner's Office, the Greater Pike community, but then also the veteran service organizations, along with somebody like Josiah, so that you have a say, the veterans have a say in how this is going to function moving into the future. We have a plan of how it's moving right now, but not to say that, as Josiah said, that if this fund builds greater, that it then can be used to help people that are in distress. It can help people with financial struggles that they're involved in. That's what that board will be part of doing. So we look forward to this growing into something bigger. This is very similar to what we did with EMS a number of years ago. You know, that started off to be a small little pot of money. It has grown now into a larger pot, and it continues to grow. And our office is going to continue to support this, and we're going to promote it in the community. There's just we've done some promotional pieces here that we want to get out into the public to urge people to be a part of this. And I know that if we do the right type of public relations with our office and Greater Pike and all of you, we can make people aware that they can be a part of this in our community. Because this funding stays in Pike County, and I think there's another point I want to raise on that, is that the funding that pays our office comes strictly from Pike County. And I'm not taking any shots, but there is no funding that comes from the state or the federal government to operate Josiah's office. What Josiah can get is he can receive grants, but there's for specific uses. When we're talking about actually running the office and making sure that these individuals that we staff it, this is all done by the residents of Pike County. And the only way we're going to make that stronger, as we did with EMS, is all of us to come together to do that and to make the office stronger as we move forward to the future. So I just thought there'll be a press release coming out with a lot of the details on this so everybody can see what's going on and what we plan for in the future. I don't know if there's anybody else here, Ron or Krista, who want to speak?
Yeah, I'd just like to add thank you, Matt, for your leadership in getting this started, and all the organizations that are participating in the formation of this thing. I will correct one thing that Matt said. and that we're going to go out there and hire more Josiahs. There's one, and we're happy we have him. People like him, yes, not more Josiahs. He's one of a kind. He's done an exceptional job leading that office and building that office, so thank you.
I don't want to say anything that hasn't already been said, but certainly would like to credit Josiah for all of your hard work in representing not just us, the county, but the veterans of Pike County, but also just to say thank you to Tommy and the members of VetStock, the leaders of VetStock that really helped to make this kickoff possible. We greatly appreciate your dedication to this county and to veterans. Thank you.
So maybe just one last thing. So, Gary, what organization are you with? I think it's just important that we recognize it in our minutes of who's here. So I'm going to put you on the spot. Right, I can tell by the jacket, but they can't see that in the notes.
It's a tri-state gun hold detachment of the Marine Corps League.
John?
DFW, DFW.
That's right, that's the better half.
Joe?
American Legion.
Joe Scavetta? American Legion Bushkill.
American Legion, Dickensville.
Hey, Bushkill.
American Legion in Milford, the Legion Riders in Milford. It's a big part of VetStock for about a year. So thank you for this.
Well,
Thank you all. Thank you.
Happy Veterans Day. We will see you at the parade on Monday, or on Saturday, sorry. Alan, nothing?
No, I don't know. Yeah, you know, the only thing I hope for is now going forward that, as we dissolve, that all our donors from the past and all the great, you know, monies we've created, the great things we've done, that we can transform that, get those donors to jump into this, you know, immediately, which I think we won't have a problem with. I think we'll be good with that, you know.
We'll all work together to see that happen.
Yeah.
'Cause we're all looking to do the same.
It's always funny in the beginning to create something, you know how it goes.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, we gotta do this, did I forget that? It's tricky.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's gonna work well. It's off to a great start.
It will, and there'll be more to come in the future as we announce where
Yes.
we're gonna transition, such as the events that occur in May,
Yes.
with VetStock and with Rev It Up and all of that.
Yes.
And that will be all part of what we do, with the county helping to continue that effort, and then also Josiah's office and getting involved in that also.
In that, yeah.
Okay?
It's nice when a plan comes together.
Thank you. Photo? Because, I mean, we'll get a photo here, and then if you want to leave, you can leave, or you can stay here for the rest of the festivities.
It's all boring.
I'm ready.
I'll let you judge the word for festivities. Oh, yeah, we want them all. Come on in.
Get them all in.
Crystal?
Rows, if possible.
Uh-oh, maybe just a couple chairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know you.
Really? Sit down, Gary.
Thank you, man.
We need one
I
more
know
person.
you are.
Sit down.
One more person.
Getting back up.
Actually, can we put Rick over by Luke just to keep them together? I'm sorry.
We have to?
I'm sorry, yeah. Kind of do, it's easier when you're. Yes, George. You're there, but George there.
There you
Good.
go.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Ready, everyone?
I got it. Everybody?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Welcome to Pike County, Gary. Well, welcome back.
When I worked for the county.
Time goes by.
Thank you. I know, I've been the adjutant.
Your name?
We were So if you wanna reach out to us.
Yeah, we used to have, what time we had on the-
Like I said, just
I've been working
here.
for-
Talking about-
I know,
Yeah, so-
but thanks for the
Great.
I'll let you know.
I just want to introduce myself, I'm a resident of Milford Township. I pass your building all the time, and I just wanted to know if it was all right to stop by one time when you guys were doing something fun. Okay, good. Go ahead, your name again, I'm sorry. Jessica Becker, okay, Kristen.
Can't remember.
Oh, I didn't know that. The transportation, okay, okay. Thank you, nice to meet you. God bless you, thank you.
Reach out for the Legion.
Yes, thank you
I
so
sent
much.
him all the emails and I'm trying to respond.
What's the, right?
Have a good day.
Oh, they're all good. huh?
Take care.
That you're leaving?
Always good to see you sometime.
Great to see
It's
you.
always a great day when you leave the room.
Oh, now, listen.
I never liked, well,
We put it off, but
I'll be out there.
you'll be out there anyway.
Okay.
We're leaving out, what?
There's nothing else for the, it's just regular county business.
You can stay, Joe.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
All right, have a good day.
Thanks, Joe. Your choice, whatever you want to do.
Ooh,
Alright.
are you sure?
Alrighty, so let's move on to further into the agenda for personnel. Motion to hire Michael Mastrielli as a cleaning staff member in the Public Safety Department for less than 1,000 hours per year, effective November 18th, 2024. This is a replacement position. Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to hire Joe Martin as a cleaning staff member in the Public Safety Department for less than 1,000 hours per year, effective November 18th, 2024. This is a replacement position. Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to hire Ashley Elliott as a licensed to carry clerk in the sheriff's office for a 40-hour work week, effective November 12th, 2024, with benefits after 90 days. This is a replacement position. Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Motion to recess the commissioners meeting to hold a salary board. Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor? Aye. Salary board. Motion to convene the salary board. Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the October 2nd, 9th, and 30th, 2024 salary board minutes. Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to set the hourly rate of Michael Mastrielli at $12.75 per hour as a cleaning staff member in the Public Safety Department for less than 1,000 hours per year, effective November 18th, 2024. Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to set the hourly rate of Joe Martin at $12.75 per hour as a cleaning staff member in the Public Safety Department for less than 1,000 hours per year, effective November 18th, 2024. Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to set the hourly rate of Ashley Elliott at $15 per hour as a licensed to carry clerk in the sheriff's office for a 40-hour work week, effective November 12th, 2024, with benefits after 90 days. Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to increase the hourly rate of correctional officer Nafis Stewart to $28.41 per hour, retroactive to October 7th, 2024, due to the terms of the collective bargaining agreement between Pike County and the Pike County Correctional Officers, AFSCME, AFL-CIO, District Council 87, Article 9, Job Classification and Compensation for 1 to 2 years prior correctional experience. Motion.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to increase the hourly rate of correctional officer Stephanie Landreo to $36.06 per hour, effective November 7, 2024, due to the terms of the agreement between Pike County and the AFSCME District Council 87 for the completion of 8 years of service as correctional officer for the correctional facility. Motion. Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to increase the hourly rate of correctional officer Quentin Krentz to $31.69 per hour, effective November 7th, 2024, due to the terms of the agreement between Pike County AFSCME District Council 87 for the completion of 2 years of service as correctional officer for the correctional facility.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to adjourn the salary board.
Motion.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to reconvene the commissioner meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to reject all bids received for the Pike County wastewater treatment bar screen enclosure building project because the prices are not acceptable.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to open bids for the dirt, gravel, and low volume road project on Brooks Cabin Road.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
And we have 3 bids. The first one's from Lindy Corporation.
It is, okay.
Total bid, $116,945. And bid bond, I believe. Clarification addendum. That's the only thing we received. The next one is Miller Sales Solutions. Total bid $74,150 with a bid bond. And the third one is Rutledge Excavation. $58,600 with the Commons and a bid bond. I'd ask it be reviewed by our engineer.
Yep, we'll table it until the November 20th commissioners meeting. Have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Motion to authorize the chairman to execute change order number 2 in the amount of $1,828.20 from Night Well Drilling for the Pike County Jail Complex Well Number 3 Drilling and Development Project.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, any question? All in favor? Aye. Motion to authorize the chairman to execute change order number 3 in the amount of $3,745 from Night Well Drilling for the Pike County Jail Complex Well Number 3 Drilling and Development Project.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, any questions? All in favor? Aye. Motion to authorize the chairman to execute change order number 3 in the amount of $6,158 from Night Well Drilling for the Pike County Jail Complex Well Number 3 Drilling and Development Project.
Motion.
Second, that's number 4.
Oh, did I say
Change order
change order
number
number 4?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sorry.
Yep.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to authorize the chairman to execute change order number 5 in the amount of $2,800 from Night Well Drilling for the Pike County Jail Complex Well Number 3 Drilling and Development Project.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to authorize the chairman to execute payment application number 9 in the amount of $9,386 for Myco Mechanical for the Bennett Avenue Building 1 Interior Renovation Project.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Under new business, motion to authorize the chairman to execute the Pike County Vivitrol Program Sub-Grant Award Notification.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor? Aye. Motion to authorize the chairman to execute the Pike County Reentry Plan Update Sub-Grant Award Notification.
Motion.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to execute the Pike County Scenic Rural Character Preservation Program 2018 Marcellus Mini Grant Agreement between the county Jackson Township Board of Supervisors.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to execute the Pike County Scenic Rural Character Preservation Program 2018 Marcellus mini grant agreement between the County of Pike and Lehman Township Board of Supervisors.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the Area Agency on Aging Share Housing Fair Grant in the amount of $4,054 on behalf of the Area Agency on Aging.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to waive consent for the sale of property in a repository sale through the Pike County Tax Claim Bureau.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the proposed Pike County Tax Claim Bureau fee schedule effective January 1st, 2025.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to execute the County Human Services non-block grant report certification statement for fiscal year 2023-24 on behalf of the Office of Human Services.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the Pike County Home Program Payment Voucher payable to LLL Holdings LLC in the amount of $2,625 on behalf of the Office of Human Services.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the following human service payment vouchers on behalf of the Office of Human Services, fair in the amount of $4,030.68. State Food Purchase Program in the amount of $2,995.09. Human Service Development Fund in the amount of $182.19. Emergency Rental Assistance Program 2.0 in the amount of $1,385.44.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to authorize the chairman to execute the service agreement from Health Network Laboratories, LP, DBA Forensic Pathology Associates on behalf of the coroner's office.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to execute the purchase of service agreement between Advantage Independent Living and the County of Pike on behalf of the Children and Youth Services.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to authorize the chairman to execute the Avenue Insights and Analytics LLC agreement on behalf of the Recorder of Deeds Office.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the 2025 Pike County schedule of holiday closings.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve the fiscal year 2024 quarter payments, third quarter payments from the Pike County Emergency Medical Services Matching Grant Fund to Porter Township in the amount of $8,570.76 and Blooming Grove Township in the amount of $113,835.50.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Under miscellaneous, we have every meeting Penn State Extension of calendar events, and that leads us to press and public comments.
Oops.
No one?
Yep, I got something.
Okay.
Morning.
Morning. How was everybody? Good. Matthew Contreras. So I'm here, in a much better mood than I was earlier in the week, but, I wanted to thank the office, the election office for all their hard work. Nadine and her staff, worked very hard, and so we're very grateful. There are some things though that were troubling to a lot of the community, and I wanted to bring those to you and discuss them a little further. So that's what my public comment is predominantly going to be about. The first item is, I recognize that the commissioners are not responsible for what the legislature is supposed to do. The election law in Pennsylvania is not working correctly, to say the least. There's no need for the 67 counties in the Commonwealth to have the embarrassing show that we do every election season. And as I've talked to most of you, including the solicitor, we need to change the election law. So I urge the state representatives and the people of the community to talk to your state representatives. Act 77 needs to be repealed, and we need to have something better in place to ensure that there's a safe, fair election and that the process is not convoluted in every county, that it's more streamlined, that there aren't the weights that we have in every county, including this county, and that we have better direction. Right now, we just don't have that. Having said that, the commissioners or the councils in every county do have a bit of leeway in how the operation is run. And so we saw very large lines for early voting, and we had 4 years to correct some of the mistakes that we had in 2020. And, you know, I feel like we have not done that job here in the county. We could have stayed open later, we could have hired more staff, we didn't do any weekend hours. Now, these are some of the things that other counties did do. And granted, some of them were larger, but we had 4 years to prepare, and we did not do that. So, it's a little disappointing that that did not happen. So we'd like to see some kind of a plan executed to make sure that that doesn't happen again for 4 years from now, and also hopefully for next year's off presidential elections. So the other item also is that, as you all know, I spent all day here on election day, and Wayne County counted their 9,000 mail-in ballots by, some reports said 11, others said 1 o'clock. Regardless, they counted them quite early. We had 15,000 mail-in ballots. We didn't count them, finish counting them until almost 10:30 or 11 o'clock, something like that. Closer to probably 10:30. And so, that process has to get looked at, and we did not get a good answer. I think, at least I did not receive a good answer as to why that did not happen. We could have set up processes in a more efficient way, and we just didn't do that. And so there's no question how hard Nadine and Char work in that office, and along with the other staff from the county. Those women, their hands were cramping because they were working so hard. So there's no denying that. It's all about the process and how we fix it. And so I understand that the answer I'm gonna get from Ron especially and the rest of you is we can do better. And I agree, we can do better. However, when we have 4 years to do better and we don't, then some accountability needs to take place. And so we didn't do better from 2020, unfortunately, and we need to make that happen. The other request is that we continue to look at the power that you have as an election board to make changes to the way we do elections in the county. There's no legal reason why we can't change the way we do elections here. We don't have to have this legal discussion right now, but the election board has vast authority to make changes to what we do here in the county. We could get rid of the machines, and the old argument is, well, we got rid of the machines and then people wanted the machines back. I think the electorate is far more educated 10 years down the road, or whatever the number is, than we had those discussions. People are more aware of how elections function. They've seen a variety of different ways to run an election. They also know that if large countries like France can count, millions and millions of people in under a day, and they have a result, why can't the greatest country in the world do that? There are other states that certainly were all done and had their, Florida is one of the largest states in the union, and we knew the result in Florida pretty much before every other state in the union. There's no reason that this Commonwealth can't do better, and there's no reason that the commissioners can't help Josh Shapiro and the legislature do better. And so I'm asking the commissioners to lead the other 66 counties by making some progressive, let's call them adjustments. There you go. I think that you're well within the authority to do that. So obviously you can't repeal Act 77. That's something that you can, though, lean on our state representatives to discuss in the public, and also try to make changes in Harrisburg. And so those are the real issues that we saw we'd like to change. There's no reason to have a 2-hour wait outside at the maximum point, hour and a half, 2 hours for early voting. I understand you did not create the system, but you can help the process. And that process was clearly broken during this cycle. I'm not going to say they were disenfranchised, because they had the ability to vote on election day, obviously, but there were many people who did not vote early because because they were prevented from doing so because of the line, and also because we did not have early voting after hours. So, for those people that come home after 6 o'clock at night from work, they did not have the opportunity. The office was only open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the final thing I'll say too, on that time difference note, we used to have this meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then you made it 11 o'clock. But anybody in the county who wants to come and have their voice heard for this meeting can't come. We should have all the other boards in this county meet after working hours, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, so that all the community can come and have their voices heard. There's no reason, and I understand you want to have some of the staff and officials available to the meeting to supplement the meeting, or if you're doing presentations like the one you just did with the veterans. Understandable, but there's no reason we can't have at least one or two, or we could have at least one per month, maybe several throughout the year that run later, so that members of the community who work can have their voices heard. I don't think it's a large request, and you've been hearing that request for a long time now. I'm just bringing it a little bit more public, so we'd like to see that happen as well. That's pretty much all I have.
So I'll respond, but first of all, thank you for your respectful criticism. It's well taken, and I'm a business owner and operator forever, and I will tell you that I wasn't as pleased as with some of the length of the processes and things we could have done better. And all that I can tell you, Matt, with all sincerity, is that we've already dug into this to try to come up with a better system, to fix the system, to ramp up for another presidential election in 4 years. And we'll work on some of the changes. Could we be criticized for not being better prepared? Yes, I accept that criticism, and could have done better and will do better. That's all I can say, but thank you for your involvement. Thank you for your bringing these things to us in a public forum, and it doesn't go unnoticed.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.